My name is Clayton Wood, and I'm a candidate for County Commission for this district, the 5th District. Riley reminded me of the farming background. I won Best in Sheep Showing in Superior County growing up, 4-H. So, yep, I grew up in Wears Valley. My parents started a children's home out there called Wears Valley Ranch, home and school for kids from difficult home situations. I grew up with their legacy of service and following the Lord's leading into ministry, and I thought I would definitely not do that. And so I went to the University of Tennessee, and then I went to law school. I went to Washington and Lee for law school, really enjoyed my time up there, and worked for a guy, and I really do want to show hands. I know we haven't been too interactive, but how many of y'all have ever heard of Jay Sekulow? Jay Sekulow. So he's been on TV a lot lately, defending our president. And I worked for Jay for 10 years, and Jay is a mentor and a friend and a great guy. And part of what he did over and over was defend the cause of religious liberty. And part of that took me, in my job, over and over again to school systems. People who do not understand the separation of church and state, who think that it is something that's in our Constitution. It is not. By the way, it is in the Constitution of the Soviet Union. So we have two wonderful school board members here who understood something that came up recently. The state of Tennessee allowed for something called Bible Release Time, a program that's been around for over 70 years in the United States that has proven results to help with academics for kids. And the program was done here at a pilot level and was excellent. And Knox County became the first school district in Tennessee to vote against having a Bible Release Time policy. And that is a shame. But what was a bigger frustration to me is that it was a fig leaf. And that may be a legal term. It just means an excuse for people to say, well, I'm worried about separation of church and state. There were no constitutional law problems with that. And I stood up in those meetings and explained that because it matters a lot to me. Donald Trump talked about that in his State of the Union address. We are a country where it is not wrong for us to go and talk in our school system even about our religious faith. We are also a country that was founded one nation under God, and it's not wrong for us to talk about that either. In terms of taxes, I want to talk about that briefly. I'm actually a fan of Ronald Reagan, guys. Believe it or not, I'm old enough that I loved Ronald Reagan in my life. He was my first political hero while he was still our president. And Ronald Reagan was a man who made tremendous progress in reducing our tax burden. And he was a man who said that the government has an insatiable appetite for taxes. Now this week, I was at a League of Women Voters meeting, and we were asked if we support a property tax increase. And there were 10 candidates on stage, and my guess at the time was that we'd have about 5 to 5 on who supported a property tax increase. I urge you to watch that video for yourself. It's available online. If you look at Clayton Wood for commission, you'll see my comments. I had a little timestamp, so I showed if you want to just see mine, but I'd urge you to watch the whole thing if you have the time. And I can tell you that I was the only person to stand against a property tax increase for Knox County. We have an $853 million budget, and we do not need to raise our property taxes. I appreciate your support. Thank you.